housing. In 2023, following the Kahramanmaras Earthquake in Turkey, Stefano and another teammate here, Sophia, led our technical reconnaissance mission, which besides examining building performance, also focused on assessing, of course, money, people, and policy context. Stefano will now share with us a bit about his findings and the path forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lizzie. Good morning, everyone. My name is Stefano Pompei. I'm the manager of Applied Technology and Impact at the Change, and today I'd like to take you through the post-earthquake assessment our team conducted in Turkey last year from a people, policy, money and technology perspective. And I hope you'll find it interesting. Between February 6th and February 20th, 2023, 4 earthquakes with magnitudes greater than 6, including a main shock of 7.8, struck southern Turkey, causing extensive damage and loss of life. On March 8th, our international team gathered in Adana to start a week-long reconnaissance mission in the affected regions. Our team visited both rural and urban areas to collect information on the earthquake's impact on housing, assess the needs of the population, and also evaluate existing policies in place, with a particular focus or emphasis on our theory of change 3 pillars: people and policy, money, and technology, representing, as my colleague Lizzie just mentioned, the main barriers to the widespread adoption of resilient housing. The earthquakes had a devastating toll on people, leading to the temporary collapse of the business sector and the closure of many educational facilities, especially in urban areas. This resulted in a mass migration of the population to rural settings and nearby cities. The relocation of businesses worsened the economic instability in the earthquake-affected areas. This led to increased unemployment and living costs, and on the other hand, rural areas faced challenges accommodating students arriving from the cities. Also, children from low-income families became in several cases a source of inexpensive labor for the construction of the prefabricated homes housing the survivors. In both Hatay and Adana, housing serves not only as a functional need, but also as a marker of social status and social prestige, resulting in larger than average house sizes. Family dynamics significantly influence housing choices. However, the lack of collective homeowner action in Hatay exacerbates challenges and inconsistencies in the inconsistency in the maintenance and improvements of buildings, hindering the efforts to ensure structural safety and earthquake resilience. On the other hand, residents of informal buildings in rural villages often expand their homes gradually when there is pressing needs, for example, as their families grows and finance allow to. Worth to mention is that between 1948 and 2018, Turkey approved 23 zoning amnesty laws, allowing homeowners of buildings constructed without permits to assume full legal liability for the safety and the compliance of their structures, resulting in the formalization of many houses that don't meet buildings regulations. From a money perspective, the lack of awareness among the population about earthquake-related risks results in most buildings being uninsured. In urban areas, homeowners need municipal clearance to start reconstruction, while in rural areas, increased autonomy and subsidies allow homeowners to reconstruct much easier. However, this greater independence often leads to unsafe multi-story buildings exceeding zoning density limits. Our assessment also revealed that the government committed to providing aid for reconstructions such as low-interest loans, temporary housing, and contributions for seismic performance assessments. In our reconnaissance mission, we identified 3 categories of buildings: those constructed before modern building codes, so pre-1998, non-regulated low-rise buildings adopting either unreinforced masonry or non-ductile frames, and third, newer buildings that exhibit common vulnerability, newer buildings that, while meeting current codes, were not constructed to specifications. All these categories exhibit common vulnerabilities such as vertical and horizontal irregularities, poor river detailing, and the use of low-quality materials. Additionally, a reinforced masonry structure show also very low ductility and poor workmanship. Taking a closer look at the photo in this slide, we can see a non-regulated low-rise reinforced masonry building. This building typology, representing nearly 95% of the structures in Adana city, is characterized by walls made of clay bricks with cement mortar, supporting solid reinforced concrete floor slabs. Roofs are typically lightweight, made of metal or wood. However, as you can see, the quality of materials is generally poor, and configuration deficiencies such as vertical discontinuities and the lack of support at the top of the walls as a reinforced concrete beam are quite common. On the other hand, reinforced concrete frames with or without infill walls are the prevailing structural system in the earthquake-affected provinces. These buildings exhibit, in many cases, the use of low-quality materials in inadequate river detailing, which results in insufficient connections between columns and beams. In addition, weak or soft stories are commonly found, particularly in buildings with garages or commercial stores or activities on the ground floor. In conclusion, this is the path forward we envision. As build change, we aim to prevent disasters through an holistic approach involving the government, local communities, and homeowners to ensure that both existing and newly constructed buildings perform well in the event of an earthquake, safeguarding people's lives and country's economy. In order to achieve this, we all need to raise public awareness on structural vulnerability, work with authorities to strengthen building permit processes, secure insurance to protect homes and assets while, of course, relying on government subsidies, and finally, make the process of structural reinforcement of existing buildings more accessible, affordable, and attractive through the use of technology and digital innovation. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions or requests, please feel free